Pasty as fuck. Pasty as fuck. Today's show is sponsored by Advil Liquid Gels. When you need a liquid gel, grab Advil. Use our comment code. Use our code.
Our comment code.
Use
Common Core Math.
Use Common Core Math and put in the code PUSITA for 10% off your Advil liquid gels today. Also, our show is sponsored by Market Pastry.
Stop giving these people cred.
Market
They ain't paying
Pantry.
us if they're not sucking my off.
If they're not sucking my off, I ain't letting nobody suck my off.
You ain't sucking my muff. Get
The only
fuck
person
out.
that sucks
Sponsored
my
by
off.
Jewel. Just kidding. Did you fart?
No?
Oh,
Why?
I thought I heard it too.
It might have been you.
Damn. That's a soundboard if I ever
That was
heard
a
it.
fart. Did you hear it?
No.
So how are you?
I love farts. How am I what? Welcome to Slop City, everybody.
Welcome to Slop City. Today's show is sponsored by the Gateway Region YMCA, where you can get all your exercise needs done. Use contact code.
Use condoms.
Use condoms and enter Pusina for your chance to win $175,000. $175,000. I'm heavily medicated. I don't know how to talk. I don't know how to add, but I do know that today's show is sponsored by Margaret Pantry Drinking Water. Only the best water
Is that-
at Target.
Target water. Wow. Is that purified water?
Purified water.
I don't fuck with purified water. It tastes like the metal guy from Terminator.
Oh, wow.
I'm a spring water kind of gal.
Well, have you ever seen a spring? There's animals going potty in it.
I love it.
There's bugs. There's probably hepatitis A, B, C, D, and motherfucking E.
Already had hepatitis C before, so don't need to worry about that.
Okay.
I'm immune.
Today's show is sponsored by Hepatitis C. Use your code PUSINA for 10% off your first purchase.
Find the cure. They got all those commercials now about being cured from hepatitis C.
Really?
Pretty cool. Yeah. I was cured.
What did you have to do to get cured? A lot of praying?
Let the Lord ask for forgiveness. I had to stand for the flag and kneel for the cross. So
that's the only
once
thing
I
you
did
can do.
that,
I mean, it makes sense.
yeah. I mean, anytime I see a flag, I stand up. Like if I'm scrolling through emojis on my iPhone and I get to the flag section, I immediately stand up.
Good job.
I once stopped my car in the middle of driving because I was texting and driving like an American. And I scrolled by the flag page and I said, I'm really sorry, guys.
Well, here's the
I got to
thing.
stop my car right now in the middle of the highway. So I pulled off to the shoulder, pulled my pants down, took a piss, all while standing up. So
I think Americans can take note of what you're doing. You're newly an American citizen, and you stop at every flag. Okay, and there are people they won't stop even if the cops told them to. They just keep going.
Yep.
They're not they're not real Americans, and if they don't like this country, you know what they can do? They cannot exercise their freedom to like and not like what they want. They can go to another country.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, Cindy. My mom, Cindy, stands for the cross. I mean, she probably does stand for the cross.
Yeah.
She probably gets.
Oh, you got it on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's the mom, right?
Yeah.
And I do have a brawn.
You fucking moron.
Oh, shit.
You fucking moron.
That's fucking great. We got a lot of little spots to fill on that soundboard.
Ugly looking bitch.
She said that.
You ugly looking bitch.
You
I know how they all sound. It's so funny.
You ugly looking bitch. She's really got the accent on bitch. Bitch.
You dumb, stupid looking bitch.
You dumb, stupid looking bitch.
You fucking dumbass looking bitch.
Yeah, long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the long yeah.
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 God, what a
You
fucking...
dumb, stupid looking bitch.
You ugly looking bitch. No.
Do. Welcome to the podcast.
We just had a very fulfilling brunch. Everyone's feeling good. I am definitely going to have to stop and take a diarrhea break.
She definitely ate a thing of chili that looked like actual doo-doo, so
It wasn't that good.
it shouldn't take long to decompose in her stomach.
Do you know when I ordered the chili, there was a very flamboyant, wonderful man. He's over by the chili and he looks at me, goes, And I was like, you know what? I'll take a cup of chili, add a cup of chili on too. And I want cheese and onions on the side as I'm completing my to-go order at Courtesy Diner. And he looks at me, goes, The chili is thick today. Just how I like it.
Oh.
And I look at him, I go, awesome.
Just like I like my men. I like them to have a thick ass.
Well, and he goes,
Thick.
yeah, it's nice and thick. Try to tell these little boys that's how it should be. And I go, what?
Did he say that?
Yes. and I said, what? But
I would have laughed so hard.
oh man, it was funny. Real funny.
Then he put his dick in the chili and started humping it.
He stirred the chili he took the ladle out and threw it outside in the middle of Kings Highway.
And
In
then
the middle of the street, and then he just dunked his dick in there. Yeah, chili's thick today.
Yeah, you stupid looking moron.
Just how I like it.
Stupid looking moron.
Stupid looking moron.
Yeah.
Mm.
Maybe one day we can have Ashley and her mom Cindy on the show. And they can, one of them can sit on a stool behind the other.
Well, I would want both of them to not wear a bra. If you're going to be on the podcast, you know, we need you to not wear a bra.
Well, the thing is they were both wearing bras and people accuse them not of wearing bras.
It's
so
stupid.
you know. And if I had a wig on, would it be doing this right about now?
Does she move it?
Yeah, she's like pulls it like this.
Oh, man.
If I was wearing a wig, would I be able to do this right about now? Right about now.
I don't know. Probably not, you stupid looking moron.
Stupid looking bitch.
You stupid looking bitch.
This show is sponsored by Ashley Gay and her mother, Cindy. Put in your comment code 10% Pusina for Pusina off your next purchase.
You know, you guys that are listening to the podcast right now, I got a really sweet message from somebody on Instagram the other day, and they were dying laughing about something from the podcast. Who are they on Instagram? Ronnie Manzini, I believe, is who it was. But their message was really nice. They were like, holy shit, I love your podcast. I can't wait for you guys to get big. And you will. It was very sweet. It was a nice little message. And he's like, right, part of me doesn't want it to get big. I want it to stay small and like it's just for the cool people, you know? So I want all you guys to know that you better be fucking grateful right now. I need all you to take a moment and be fucking grateful, okay?
All 17 of you.
All 17 of you. Because one day we're gonna have ads on here. We're gonna have ads from Blue Apron, from Market Pastry. pantry.
Maybe from Ice Mountain Water.
Ice
You
Mountain
can
Water.
Use your comment code Pacina for 10% off your next bottle of Ice Mountain beverage.
It's gonna, so, everybody needs to fucking be grateful, okay?
We might even do an ad for Mainstays Woodland Sage. I can't talk. I'm just going to have you do the rest of the show. I'm going to sit here and go to sleep. Good night.
Why can't you talk? What's up? I feel kind of loopy right now, too. I think it's from that chili. That chili's got me shook.
I think it's the 2 trazodones I took last night to go to sleep.
Yeah? Was it hard to wake up?
Wasn't hard to wake up. It's hard to go to sleep, though. I tell you that much.
Yeah.
I went 3 days on about 4 hours of sleep. So,
damn.
Remember the other day when you were like, your body can't survive? And I'm like, the whole time I'm sitting there wide awake thinking, I wish Tina was right. Right about now.
You know what? I did. I'm going to admit it. I tried to school you on some stuff that I don't know what I'm talking about. I gave Libby some fucking asinine answer. I was like, oh, well, let me tell you something, okay? Your body will start to shut down after I just started saying
you
stuff.
You said 48 hours. I'm like, man, I've already been awake for 72 hours.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I just wanted to be right, and that's okay. I'm humble. I'm admitting it, okay?
You are a humble gal.
We talked about it on the last one.
Yeah.
I mean, humility is one of my biggest assets. And kneeling for the cross is my second biggest.
Man. Maybe if people stopped kneeling at the cross, Jesus wouldn't have been crucified. Maybe if those people stood up like they do for the frickin' flag, Yep. Jesus was walking by with his frickin' cross on his shoulder, ready to be crucified.
And nobody asked him, hey, man, do you want some help with that?
You need some help, bro?
Not one person said, hey, you need a hand. They just let this poor, nimble, fit, sexy,
not white guy, because everybody thinks he's white.
Not white. Middle Eastern, sexy, olive skin tone, nom, nom, nom. He's ripped as fuck. Walking around with his little diaper undies. Walking around, preaching the word. And you motherfuckers let him bear that burden. He carried that cross for us. So we gotta, you think that motherfucker was carrying that thing, that cross that probably weighed, I don't know, 500 pounds.
Right.
You think he was carrying that and was like, I don't need anyone's help. No way. In the back of his mind, he's like, is anyone going to offer to fucking help me? It's like when I start carrying a bunch of groceries into the house from Costco and my partner, Rafe, will just be like, you need help? But he never asks that, okay? I'm just like, wow, I really fucking hope somebody asks me if I need help.
Well, dare I say, and this, this could be life-changing for some people. Dare I say that if somebody may have helped Jesus with that cross,
he may still be here.
He may still be here today. Could have changed the course of history. Maybe if 2 people were carrying it, they could have ganged up on the Felicians or whoever it was that killed them.
The Pelicans.
The Pelicans. And they could have punched out all those guys and said, you're not taking Jesus. You're not.
What is punched out?
Punched them all out. They take the cross, and Jesus could have put it on his shoulder and just started spinning around with the cross, and it would have knocked the Felicians all out.
You guys know when you take a basketball and you spin it all cool on your finger, you do a hot trick like Michael Jordan in Space Jam. I'm never going to stop talking about that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When you're at a party and a guy's letting you know that he wants to make basketball, he wants to go pro, so he's looking all sexy and cut, wearing his sexy Boston Celtics matching outfit and one tennis shoes, and he pulls out a basketball and he grabs your tit and he spins the basket. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're saying, yeah. I do.
Well, Jesus could have done that move with the cross.
And knocked them all out.
And punched them all out. Punched out. Yeah. Dennis got punched out.
The next time that you think about kneeling for the cross, think about how your silence, your lack of action led to his death. You know, maybe he didn't want to die for our sins. Maybe he just did it, like Tina said, because nobody fucking helped him.
Because everybody was like, I guess this is just going to happen. So I don't know. I guess should we ask if he's okay?
And the thing is, he was up there for hours.
Yeah.
At many times, somebody could have knocked that thing out of the ground, taken Jesus off of there.
Based on my scientific evidence, Jesus was up there for at least 48 hours with no sleep. So he should have
I mean,
been able to kind of take a nap. But who knows? I mean, would you take a nap if your little diapies hanging out?
and people might say, hey, you guys are being very disrespectful. Who's disrespectful? The people that were kneeling at the foot of the cross as Jesus was up there dying.
The people that walked by and with their knapsack and their little diaper on under their pants, getting ready to go to work in the morning, and they walk by Jesus hanging on that cross, and they're like, well, he's still here. Got to go to my blacksmith job. And then you left Jesus up there in his little diaper on the cross.
I actually, when I think about that, when I think about him on a cross, you know, it does make me, and this is in all realness, very sad. Because I have a lot of empathy just for people. And to think about him being up there sad and alone and saying to himself, God, why have you... Dad, you told me you were going to get me through this. I've been here for 48 hours and I'm not sleeping. Why have you forsaken me?
I'm not getting any good REM.
All these people are down at my feet kneeling when they could be helping.
When they could just say, we're storming. We're going to punch all these people out. We're storming this place. You know what you should, guys? Instead of storming Area 51, you should storm Jesus' cross. That's what should have been done.
All the while, you know, God's up there doing God knows what, watching TV. I saw a play that my friend was in that they created about Jesus as a gay man. I can't remember what it's called right now. But when he got crucified in the play, and it was just very symbolic. They didn't really do a lot of actual crucifying.
Oh, they didn't?
No. I wept in the audience just because it was sad, you know?
Yeah.
You don't do that to a guy.
Think about him being all up there. Who did it to him? I don't really know much about Jesus. Just I know that he was not white. I just would like to clarify that for everyone. He was not a white man.
Who did it, Randy? The Felicians?
I don't know. The Felicios?
Pontius Pilate?
Who killed Jesus? Did you ever see The Passion of Jesus Christ, the movie?
I said it, Pontius Pilate. The Romans. Those fucking Romans.
Boy, they started an empire, didn't they? Jesus was stripped of his clothing and offered wine mixed with myrrh. Oh,
that's what they brought the baby.
Or Gale.
Gall.
Okay, I can't read that far.
And he was saying he's thirsty. I, on the real, am getting very upset about this. It makes me... Does this mean I'm an empath?
I think it means that you believe in the message of our Savior and Lord Jesus Christ. I don't even know if I'm using the correct nomenclature.
You know what else
Big
makes
word.
me sad? What did the guy ever do to deserve to be killed? Nothing. Make fish for people? Frickin' make wine?
No, he was a good boy. He was a good boy. He performed miracles. You know, there was one woman that she was beautiful, every part of her, except she had very, very small tits. And she asked Jesus to fix her up. And he did. He gave her bigger tits overnight.
Oh, what a blessing.
I mean, well, she was 13, but she turned 14. So what I'm saying is she hit puberty, okay? So, you know, was it Jesus or was it the puberty? We'll never know, but that little girl.
Okay, so our friend Jenny Griselli
Jenny Gorgonzola cheese.
Messaged me back, said I can't wait, but she didn't answer
any of the
questions. So I'm going to record a video real quick of Tina talking.
Our friend's name is Jenny Zagrino. She's an amazing comedian based out of L.A. She's been on Conan. She's fucking awesome. I've done a few shows with her, and she was in Bad Santa too. So I don't know, guys.
Can you
She's
stop
got
bragging?
credits.
Can you stop bragging and just ask her again because she didn't answer the question?
I'm bragging on Jenny. All right.
This message is for Jenny.
Okay, Jenny, you didn't answer any of the questions that we asked you. We asked you where your college show's at, where you're staying, what time it is. We are having a hard time speaking today, Jenny, and we need you.
Thank you, Jenny Griselli. Thank you, Jenny Gravitas.
Jenny Grizingo.
Thank you, Jenny Grapple Hook.
Grapple.
That's a big message. It says send. I'm going to go ahead and send it. Send.
Just go ahead and send it.
I sent it 4.
So yeah, we're gonna.
I'm going to take my horsey to the old town road. I'm going to ride till I cannot anymore. Cannot. Okay, folks, here's the deal. We just talked about Jesus. I'm an atheist. I don't believe in God or anything.
I'm an atheist as well.
I believe that Jesus was a guy that walked this earth and did what he did. He didn't deserve to die.
Mm-mm.
I don't think anybody on this planet deserves to die, except maybe serial
Robert
killers.
Durst.
Who is Robert Durst?
Robert Durst is that guy, the documentary that I watched,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Jinx, that I didn't know the story.
Yeah.
Did you read about it?
You told me about it, didn't you? Or told us about it?
I don't know.
He was a real kind of rascally guy in the interviews, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was like, that guy?
Yeah, but the documentary talks to him. It's a pop culture thing, a big thing that's made fun of in a lot of shows, sketches, movies, whatever. And I didn't know about it. He's mic'd up at the end of a documentary where they present him with some incriminating evidence. He's still mic'd up when he goes into the bathroom, and he's essentially confessing to all of the murders on the fucking mic.
Who was he talking to?
Himself in the bathroom.
What was he saying?
Well, because they gave him this incriminating evidence, it was a handwriting thing. It was his handwriting on an envelope of a woman that was murdered, which people thought Robert Durst killed her, but whatever. So his writing is on a letter to her years ago, and then there's a letter that was sent to the police department, and all it said was this woman's address and cadaver, but he wrote her address or whatever in there, and it was the same handwriting for a letter that he sent directly to this woman, and then the letter that he sent to the police.
Oh,
Nobody
shit.
had ever put it together. So this documentary team on HBO put it together, and they were like, holy fucking shit. They had a handwriting expert come in and be like, yeah, this is the same handwriting. And so they present Robert Durst with this at the very end and of this documentary, and he starts burping, compulsively burping. He's like, because he's nervous.
Right.
He's like, oh my God, I'm caught. But he's calm as a cucumber other than the fucking burping. It's insane. And so then he's like, I'm not sure what, I don't, I didn't do that. Because Beverly Hills is spelled incorrectly on this in both incidents.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
And the writing's the exact same. So he goes into the bathroom. He doesn't realize he's still mic'd up. And I'm pretty sure the documentary team didn't find this for years because they were looking through all the footage, and someone's like, dude, he's fucking talking to himself in the bathroom. He walks into the bathroom. He's like, oh, I'm caught. Can we play it or will we get in trouble?
It just depends on if it's licensed or not.
I don't know. But
Is it on Netflix and
Yeah.
stuff? Yes, licensed.
Oh, okay. Or it's on HBO.
Yeah.
Either way,
I thought you meant it was on YouTube or something.
no, at the end, he just says, "Oh, I'm caught." Oh, the burping. He like comments on his burping.
He's actually insane then. That's what.
Well, he's like, "I'm caught. What do you think I did? Killed them all, of course." Like,
yeah, and that's an insane person.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it's wild. So they're trying to say that he didn't confess in that tape, but it's like, I mean, yeah, he kind of did.
So did he go to jail or not?
So the trial got pushed back to sometime this year because they like apprehended him a few years ago.
Is the reason he got apprehended because of that documentary?
Time. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Libby's doing the act out right now of when Robert Durst is like in the first episode of The Jinx. He's in handcuffs and like got, his fucking outfit on, his orange outfit on, and he's like, he looks drunk and he just lifts his hands up.
In the handcuffs is the best part.
Oh God.
Well, kind of reminds me of what we talked last week when I had to film myself talking to myself, writing jokes. So, am I a psychopath? Probably.
No, you're not. Somebody made you do that. Nobody made Robert Durst walk out of the bathroom and be like, the burping. What was I doing?
He's actually insane.
Do you think he's a sociopath? Or do you think that he has like a mental illness? I know a sociopath is a mental illness, but do you know what I mean? Like, do you think there is an actual insanity plea or something for this? Or do you think he is a bad person? Because there's like 3 people that and also I told you that he killed his neighbor and chopped up his body parts. Did I tell you about that? And was not convicted of it because it wasn't a question of him chopping up the body parts. It was a question of how this neighbor died, and it was an accidental shot. So Robert Durst claimed self-defense. And then he's like, I chopped the body up. Like he's literally telling a jury that he chopped the body up afterwards and dumped it into the river or the ocean or whatever. So, and they're like, well, it's not about... We know he chopped the body up, but it's about what happened before the guy died.
There are charges of improper handling of bodies and improper handling of a corpse and improper disposal of a corpse.
He didn't get any of that because the question was
because he's a white man.
Well, yeah, and he's very wealthy. He's like a real estate heir. He's a millionaire, so he was able to like pay these defense attorneys or whatever.
Exactly. But a white man.
Yeah,
Sorry, Randy.
Yeah. I just burped.
It's all good. I have to watch this now. This
sounds
riveting.
It is wild. He's talking to a room full of people. He's like, and we fought for the gun because they found these body parts in the fucking all these body parts started showing
washing up on shore.
What the fuck? And it was this guy's Robert Durst's neighbor, and he fucking killed him. But he said that, it was self-defense. How I killed him.
How did he get away with it?
I chopped up the body afterwards because I was worried people were going to, ask questions and think I killed this guy. And he was not guilty.
So that's a crazy that you'd have to be insane to think any of those thoughts.
Yeah. I mean, even the way he talks about it, he's like, they told me when they ask, what part of the body did you cut up first? Say, I don't know, because I was stressed out. And a person that would remember something like that would have killed somebody. So I told him, I don't know. I mean, yeah, he fucking...
Oh, God. It sounds like he had a fucking tortured-ass life.
It's wild. He tortured some peeps. A lot of peeps. I bet he killed 4 people. Killed one of his friends. Killed that neighbor.
This guy was having a good old time.
Killed his wife. And then I think he killed another wife. Yeah, he's fucking loaded. It's wild. That trial will be this year, I believe.
Can buy you anything. Even if you kill your neighbor and chop him up, somehow you're going to be exonerated.
I mean, can you imagine being on the sand and be like, yeah, I chopped him up and I put him into bags. Then I put him in the ocean. What's the big deal?
I mean, how do you get rid of your corpses? Did you see that article about the The place that they found, it's not funny. It's terribly disturbing. It was a place where they were supposed to donate.
Sorry, I was still laughing at her.
Oh.
Laughing at me?
No. I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry. They it was a place where you donated organs and bodies and stuff for science, and they didn't do what they were supposed to do with these bodies, and they found buckets of I can't even say it, it's so disturbing. Buckets of body parts, and just there was a body hanging on a wall, and like they had taken the head off of that body and put
it on a horse.
It was Frankenstein stuff.
What the fuck? I didn't see this. Did you see about the guy who went to jail for a fart?
What?
Tommy sent me this link about a guy who went to jail for a fart.
Yes, his fart outed him because it was so loud. That was here in Missouri, wasn't it?
I'm not sure. What do you mean his fart outed him? He didn't send me an article. He just sent me the headline clip.
He was, hiding or something, and they found him because he farted. Missouri man arrested after enormous fart gives away his location.
Oh my God.
That's why in Missouri we're called the Show Me State, because we're going to show you where we are.
Oh my God. You got to be fucking kidding me. Oh, it was just a man wanted for possession of a controlled substance. Whatever.
He was doing a good job hiding until he fucking farted. Charges dropped against man who... Oh, that's a different article.
I just love that even that news article says, Missouri man, enormous fart. They call it an enormous fart.
Oh, golly. Man. This episode is already just weird. Talked about Jesus, talked about body parts and buckets.
What are you going to do?
And now, the Liberty, Missouri.
We've got to give props to Liberty PD for using their senses to sniff him out.
It sounds like an Onion article.
It really does. You didn't sniff him out. You heard this. And then you were like, Dale?
Then you were like, stupid, dumb looking idiot. My hernia's hurting. I shouldn't have eaten before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You did it because you felt guilty?
What?
Did you eat because you felt guilty because I purchased?
No, I was hungry.
Oh, okay.
I just don't like to eat and then sit down for a while.
I don't want anybody guilt eating, okay? I don't want...
Look, I don't have a lot of guilt, I have a lot of, shame. Am I okay?
No.
Smoking that jewel. Give me some of that jewel.
Rafe, my partner, has been doing this bit where he'll be like, come on, let me hit that jewel. Come on, just one puff.
Does he take a puff?
No. If anyone knows Rafe, my partner, he doesn't smoke or jewel or any of that, but he'll be like, come on, give me a puff of that jewel.
He is 17 years sober. That's not the right number, but...
No, 8 years.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yeah?
How does anyone get sober?
Yeah, it is. I mean, you get your shit together. You just do it.
You just do it. That's how I stopped smoking. I just did it. And also I couldn't breathe.
It is wild because you smoked a lot of ciggies.
And I could start it up right now to the same level immediately.
You would immediately start smoking another pack, a full pack.
I could probably get 2 packs done by the end of this day today. And I would love every second of it. Oh, man, I sure do miss you smoking.
Big prayers going up.
Sent, you know, that property of beef dog shirt
Yes.
that gal sent?
Uh-huh.
I don't know how to say her name. Nisa, maybe? I told her to send that image to Beef Dog and see if he wanted to sell him because, you know, we can't sell something with his name on it.
Absolutely not.
And she did, and he was fucking stoked. So Beef Dog's going to be selling some of those property of Beef Dog shirts.
Oh, man.
And I want to be the first to buy one.
Yeah. Well, those are hot. They're hot shirts.
Yes.
They're like those sexy baseball shirts. Like,
Yeah.
I remember there were shirts like that. It's like property of Little Brat or property of Limited 2 and like property of John Smith, my husband.
Property of the Dallas Cowboys.
Property of Dallas Cowboys cheerleader team. Cowboys butts drives me nuts.
She makes this woman, this person, I don't know how she identifies, makes some really cool stuff, and she offered to make us prayer candles.
The big ones,
Yes.
the girthy ones, thick like I like my chili.
And she asked me to ask you what you would be the patron saint of. And I said, I'll ask her, but it was when you weren't answering me one night. You were busy or something. And I said, I hope she says cigarettes. Because she made one of Carla.
She already made them?
No, she hasn't made them.
Well, no. I mean, did she send you a mock-up?
She sent me a mock-up of a Carla one, not a Libbie one.
I want to see the mock-up of the Carla one.
And she asked me what I'd be the patron saint of as Libbie. And I was like, I don't know. Probably a McRib. But that's Carla. Let me see if I can find it. But the prayer candle. Oh, my God. Can I please get an Instagram?
I love it. I've said that I want to be on a prayer candle.
Well, you're about to get your dream coming true.
Hey, does she make candles or what's her?
She just does art. So she has.
Oh, shit. So she'll just buy some dollar store looking ass candles and
She
put a
could.
sticker on.
She has an online T-shirt thing.
Holy crap-a-noli.
You know, like we have that one on.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Where is that picture?
I love it. That's fun. For those of you that don't know about the property of Beef Dog XXL shirts, they're a baseball shirt. This fan sent us a baseball shirt. She sent us a mock-up. Libbie and I have been using the word mock-up all week because we're finalizing stuff on merch, and Libbie did a quick mock-up yesterday of a shirt.
And that means I'm a graphic designer.
So Libbie is not only a content creator, McRib aficionado,
sent it to you.
and but she's a graphic designer now too. So if you guys need any kind of oh shit, that's fucking awesome.
Look at the McRib.
Oh man, this is fucking great. I love it.
Okay, so let's think about what we'd be patron saints of.
Well,
Me personally, you personally.
patron saint of excuse me, I would probably be, man, I don't know. I mean, I guess I could be a cigarette, but I don't smoke anymore. I
A
just
Jewel.
I could be the patron saint of Jewel.
Yes.
That's nice. Of a Jewel, patron saint of Boris Christ.
I don't know what I would be either. I don't know.
I like red velvet cake.
Ooh.
I'm a big fan of red velvet cake, so maybe we could cover my face in blood and put it in.
Oh, my God.
Well, I'm just trying to repent for my sins.
It's a little extreme. Wow. Don't kneel down at the cross. Help him.
This is good. Fucking McRib on your chest with a knife through it.
So great.
I love it.
Oh, let me show it to Randy. I'm so sorry, Randall.
Patron saint of excuse me.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I would
Randy would
Who
be
did
the.
that? That's great.
Her name's Nisa.
Great. Great job, Nisa.
patron saint.
of Kenny Chesney.
Yep.
And Kitty,
Patron.
Patron.
Why can't I say it?
patron saint of aliens.
Patron. Patron. More like patron.
Ow.
Oh, that is fucking fun. Be looking real good.
I'll be looking real good.
Yeah, I love that. Prayer candles going up.
Patron saint of fruitcock.
Oh, shit. And have fruit cocktail thing items floating behind me.
Fruit cook.
Maraschino cherries. Oh, yeah, I love that.
Cook. I don't know. I'll have to think about mine.
No, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, I'll have to think about it too. Because, I mean, listen, if we're going on prayer candle, it's a big deal.
I
never finished, though, the beef dog thing. It's a baseball shirt. It just says property of beef dog 69 XXL. Beef dog's going to be selling these, hopefully. I hope he does.
Beef dog said he
is he going to get a mock-up?
He already got the mock-up.
He got the mock-up done? From who? From Nisa?
Yeah, I told her, he should sell those, blah, blah, blah. So then I said, you want me to connect you with Beef Dog? So I sent Beef Dog a message, said, hey, so-and-so sending you a message, be on the lookout. And then they chatted it up.
Be on the lookout for a mock-up.
For a mock-up that was designed by a graphic designer. Not me, a different graphic designer.
Yeah, well, you're an underground graphic designer. People don't know you got the skills.
It's because people always want to ask you for shit for free, so... I told everyone I was a graphic designer, hey, will you design my logo for my job at Barnes Jewish Hospital?
Hey, will you design skyscraper for me? Hey, I heard you're a graphic designer, which I think is similar to an architect.
Design me a skyscraper. I don't know.
No big whoop.
The next time you want to... get mad at somebody for kneeling at the fucking flag. Remember how you knelt on Jesus.
Remember how you're going to kneel to our prayer candles, motherfuckers. How about that?
Down on your knees where I like you.
Wow.
Wait, what?
Am I okay?
I just really love when people pray. And I'm going to tell you, when I used to have to kneel in Catholic church, I would do kind of a half kneel,
You'd have your finger down below like this.
No, not that thing. I would do the kneel where I
cross your fingers behind.
Sat, but I would also kind of put my butt on the pew at the same time. Because that's a lot of pressure on your knees.
My mom, when something stinks, says pew.
Me too. Pew.
She says pew.
I love that
pew.
English isn't her native language, but pew is such a nomenclature of a word that it's different. So it's very fulfilling to see someone who their native language isn't English find a word like pew.
Ugh, pew.
Pew. Pew.
Do you remember when you were younger and you'd be the way to tell a lie but also still be somewhat truthful is to cross your fingers and put them behind your back?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so stupid.
I would almost compare that to kneeling as Jesus walked by with this 500-pound cross.
You would?
Yeah.
I mean,
because you're still lying.
It's pretty heavy.
Just like the cross that he bared.
Cross.
I can't get over this revelation that if people would have helped him, he would still be here.
Mm-hmm.
And then people couldn't use the excuse that he died for our sins.
Well, yeah, and then people couldn't use the excuse like he's coming back for Easter.
Right?
No. Mm-mm.
Think about that next time you're in your tabernacle or church.
Next time you're in your pew.
Next time you're reading your Bible.
Take a long, hard look. Look in the mirror and imagine what would Jesus... The question isn't what would Jesus do? The question is, what would I have done if I was there when Jesus got crucified? Okay? That's a lot of abbreviations. But those are the questions. That's what you should be comparing yourself to. Not, would Jesus eat this McRib? Would Jesus fuck this sexy guy? outside of a 7-Eleven, would Jesus do cocaine? Mm-mm. You need to be asking, if you're trying to figure out what's wrong and what's right, what would I have done? Would I have sat by?
What would I have done
and
for
watched?
Jesus?
Mm-hmm.
Which side of history are you on?
Mm-hmm.
We can compare it to now. They have people in cages. What side of history are we going to be on in 50 years?
Mm-hmm.
Will we be on the side where we stood by, did nothing, or the side that said, hey, this ain't right?
Same right.
I don't want to be those people that kneeled for Jesus. I want to be for those people that said, hey, Jesus, you need a hand? Hey, Jesus.
Hey, Jesus, I got some Go-Gurts.
Take a load off. Hey, Jesus, do you need me to change your diaper?
Hey, Jesus, I just started playing the ukulele. Would you like to hear a song?
You know?
And of course, Jesus would say, no, ukuleles are lame as fuck.
What would you do for Jesus?
Mm-hmm.
What would you do for Jesus?
One more time.
What would you do for Jesus? And it reminds me of a song in grade school. We would have to walk around and look at what's called the Stations of the Cross, which were beautiful, what's it called? Sculptures of the different stages of where Jesus was during the crucifixion. Here he is walking. Here he is doing this, that. There's like 12 stations of the cross, I think. But
12 stages.
We would sing, were you there when they crucified my Lord? Oh, tell me. Sometimes, I can't remember the rest of the words, but that's basically how it went, is, were you there when you crucified the Lord? You look up the lyrics of, were you there when they crucified my Lord? Yeah.
Oh, I 100% thought you were doing a bit.
That's a real song.
I was like, hell yeah, we're about to fucking have a sermon on the Slap City podcast.
Look, were you there?
Were you there?
Oh, there's my favorite part.
Okay.
Oh, sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble. Were you there when they crucified my Lord? And then it goes on. Were you there when they nailed him to the cross? Were you there when they put him in the tomb? Were you there when they laid him, or when the stone was rolled away? See, this is another thing. This is, what would you have done for Jesus? Were you there when they did it? Because if you were wrong. That's what this song's about, Tina.
To me, this song seems like a person that's like trying to get away with a lie. They're like, oh yeah, were you there? Were you fucking there? Because I don't think you were, Jessica. I don't think you were fucking there. Yeah, oh, you were there. You were there. You saw them crucify him. You saw them put him in the tomb, like a really powerful defense attorney. Yeah, were you? Give me the time that you were there.
It was, I think it was about, I don't know, 1:30. Maybe it was 1:30.
Like you weren't there.
No, I was there because it was a sunny day, and
oh, are you trembling, Jessica?
It was about 1:30. It was real hot, and yeah, I saw him. He was wearing a brown diaper.
Were you there when they laid him in the tomb?
Yes, it was a...
Not yes or no?
Yes. No. Yes, I was.
Uh-huh. That's what I thought. Now listen up, jury. Were you there?
When they crucified my Lord?
Judge Joe Brown, were you there?
I object. Leading the witness.
That's what this seems like to me.
Oh, were you there?
Oh, yeah? You were there?
Prove it. You stupid, dumb-looking idiot.
You freaking dumb moron. Were you there when I thought you were straight up about to do a sermon? I was going with it.
That song used to make me cry too in school.
That's so stupid.
Lots of songs.
Why would it make you cry? If I was a kid and heard this song, I would have been like,
well, here's the deal, Tina. From a very early age, lots of music made me weep.
And it made you, not only did it make you weep, it made you tremble.
It made me tremble. I would hear a song and it would just make me cry because I think I could just feel it in my body and my bones, and it would make me feel a certain type of way, as they say these days.
It's kind of like how the movie Armageddon or My Best Friend's Wedding with Julia Roberts made me weep as a child.
Maybe. And I still do that. I weep to lots of music. And it's not even necessarily a sad weep. It just, I just feel it on a level that just brings tears out.
The word tremble just makes me think of, like, that's the best adjective the writer of 50 Shades of Grey could think of.
Where was she when he was laid to rest?
That's what I'm fucking saying. Were you
there?
there?
No, seriously though. If you saw him being laid to rest in a tomb, why not try CPR?
I'm
sick of this no action society we live in. You're standing by recording with your phone, Jesus being loaded into the tomb. You know, how about instead of taking videos of Jesus getting loaded in there, you help.
Do something.
As he's, comes out of the tomb.
Have a bake sale. Make a game of musical chairs. Get that guy that just started playing the ukulele, get him out to play some jams while you play musical chairs. While don't just sit around. If you're gonna sit around and just watch him get loaded into the tomb, like a bag of trash.
Right.
You're gonna just sit around. Why don't you do something worthwhile?
Maybe you could put a little.
Maybe you could play hangman.
Maybe you could put a little piece of wood between the stone and the wall of it so that it doesn't close completely.
Yeah, I mean,
put your foot in there.
Yeah,
put your foot there so it doesn't roll. And
like, hey, wait a second.
And also, when Jesus is trying to get that, when he finally does come back and he's trying to roll that big old rock over, and you hear him behind there going, and he's trying to roll that rock away. His little 150-pound self, and you're on the other side kneeling for God knows why. Mm-hmm. Help the man push the rock aside.
Were you there when you crucified my Lord?
Oh, this is what the music teacher would do. Sometimes.
Somebody once told me
And that was the same music teacher I spoke of before. That was also the coach, the gym teacher.
Right when you did that, I had deja vu. Like I had or whatever the fucking correct word is. I had a flashback to my choir teacher. I remember her being like, do dumb.
Do dumb. See, we never got to sing cool songs like that. We had to sing about fucking Jesus getting killed.
Do it again. Look at
which one? No, or do.
Just any of it. I love it.
Wait. Sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble.
Oh man, I don't like that word tremble. Never have. Anytime I hear it, you know how some people don't like the word moist?
Right.
Or crevice.
Slit. Moist slit.
Yeah. I don't like the word tremble. The word tremble brings me back to that scene in Titanic when Jack and Rose are in the sweatiest car I've ever seen in my life. Those are two. You think people sweat in saunas? No. Nobody sweated like Jack and Rose did in Titanic. Fucking in that Oldsmobile car. Trembling.
They were trembling?
Of course they were trembling. Ugh.
Well,
it's too vulnerable. If I was to say to my lover, my partner, oh, I'm trembling, I hope that he would punch me in the face.
Well, I don't want for anyone to punch you. But
oh, I'm trembling.
I'm trembling. But it could also sound like you're scared if you're trembling, not just very
I know.
Sexual. I'm so scared I'm trembling. Oh.
What's the it's the sound that Jesus would make if he was in the tomb, if I heard him, just so if I ever hear somebody make it.
Okay, it goes like can't get this fucking thing to budge. I can't. Wish somebody would have put their fucking foot in there so I could have a little leeway to fucking push this thing. Oh, Jesus, you need a little help over there? No! I want to push this 8,000-pound rock by myself. What'd you say, Jesus? I can't hear you. There's a giant rock in the way.
And then in that moment, that person turned around and created this song. Were you there?
When they crucify.
He looks off into the sky while Jesus is in there going, oh,
can I get a hand in here? I mean, my hands have fucking holes in them, guys.
Camera tightens in on this man. Were you there? And he's holding his hands like this. Were you there?
My grandmother used to make me sing these songs.
She's like, I don't want to hear any new kids on the block when you're in the shower, okay, Libby? I want, were you there when they crucified my Lord?
You want to hear the one
she makes you a bubble bath? Were you there?
No. Here's the one she used to make me sing all the time. And he will raise you up on eagle's wings, bear you on the breath of dawn, make you to shine like the sun, and hold you in the palm of his hand.
Oh, my God.
Tina's face is the best right now.
She's just like singing as she's making spaghetti sauce.
My grandma was very religious and loved religious songs as well as I did, and I still do.
Oh man, they're just funny. They're really funny to me because I don't get it. I never heard any of this.
Really?
I once went to a Catholic funeral and I was like, can I leave? Because it was so long. I mean, they made me stand up and sit down. I don't even know how many times there were so many songs, and I got uncomfortable because people were looking at me like, why the fuck aren't you singing? And I'm like, I don't know any of these songs. You know what I know? Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. That's the only one I know. I don't know. And that's not even a song.
Yeah.
It's a prayer.
I mean.
So, I mean, if I love it. I want to hear that. I like that one you just sang.
That one is very sad. That's a funeral one, too.
That one's really good. How does it start? Just give me the words.
And he will raise you up on eagle's wings.
On eagle's wings.
Look up the lyrics to On Eagle's Wings. It's a funeral one.
That's the name of it, On Eagle's Wings.
Is that what happens when you go to heaven? You get on the back of an eagle and you fucking soar up to heaven? God damn, I haven't sang these songs in 30 years. I can't believe I remember them.
Oh my God. It's called
You would dwell in the shelter of the Lord who abides in the shadow for life.
I just like that when they were thinking about naming this song, they were like, we can't call it Raise You Up. Josh Groban already has that song. So they're like, all right, what's the next coolest thing that we could do? How does this work? How does because I feel like there's a lot of religious songs that get passed around. Is there like a religious song newsletter that goes out?
Well, there's the song
to every single church, because everybody, I know, but are they mass producing them and saying like every church has got to have one of these? Listen, we may not agree with the Baptist churches, but we all fucking love On Eagle's Wings, okay? And he will raise you up. Oh, I like that one. That one's got some soul to it. That one feels like a song that, like, I'm going to hear. That song reminds me of Lady in Red.
Yeah, it sounds like something, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's good. On Eagle's Wings. So does that mean that when I fucking, like you said, when I die, is a fucking eagle going to shoot down? He's going to take a bite of my nipple because they're thieves and they will eat whatever they want.
Right.
He's going to take a few nips of me, but then is he going to carry me up?
Apparently.
And I will raise you up. Oh my God, I love it.
I can't remember how the first verse sounds.
Do you think this is licensed?
I don't know.
I'm trying to find one.
Can you license a religious song?
I think you can license any kind of song.
Because technically it would be not for profit.
To shine like the sun and hold you in the palm. So you're actually getting onto an eagle to go up to heaven. But then he's also holding you in the palm of his hand. Is he holding the eagle and you? And how do you fit in his hand?
Well, what I understand it to be is that his hand is so large that he can carry anyone. I mean, regardless of creed, color, gender, race, weight, he can carry any class of human.
Maybe he, on his left arm, the eagle is perched. And the eagle drops you off into the palm of his hand when you get to heaven.
No, what he has is holds his arm out and the eagle perches onto him. And then he opens his hand.
And the eagle drops you out of his mouth.
And he will raise you up on eagle. Look at the video.
There's an eagle picture. So that font is terrible.
Who wrote this? Is there a guy that gets credit for writing this song?
Well, it could be a woman,
I've seen a couple.
Okay, you're right.
Well, I've been singing it since the early 80s, so I don't know when it was written.
What a contemporary song for being out since the 80s. I mean, that's got some soul to it.
Wow, look at the priest.
Okay, it says this cat wrote it.
Michael Johnkus.
A liturgical theologian.
And composer.
It was
he's best known for his hymn On Eagle's Wings.
Hey,
can you imagine?
Are you the guy that wrote On Eagle's Wings?
Oh man, I know we're not supposed to, but can we suck your dick?
Let me ask you a question. Were you there when they crucified my Lord?
I didn't write that one, ma'am.
That was.
Do you think that guy wakes up every morning and he's like, "And he will raise you up"? Do you think his kids are like, I don't fucking care that you wrote On Eagle's Wings. I just want to go to prom. He's like, I am the writer. I composed the song On Eagle's Wings. What more do you want from me?
He's at a bar and somebody's like, hey, I'd like to kick your fucking ass. And he goes, maybe you've heard of a little song called On Eagle's Wings. You heard it before? Yeah, I wrote it.
And then he starts singing it in the bar. And he will raise you up. Man. I mean, I'm going to listen to that right when I get into the car. Because this is good. That's a good song. Are there any other ones that really stick out to you? Or is that kind of... I mean, that's a fucking good one.
You know, those two were just good ones. I can't...
Holy shit. Picturing your grandmother singing this. And
she loved hearing me sing. She loved it. And she would record it on the
She
tape
liked
player.
hearing you sing?
Yeah.
Why? Just kidding.
She just was very religious. Like
No, you really do have a good voice. It's
oh my God,
crazy.
bless you.
And oh man, what does that say? Say
Here
to the
I am, Lord. Is it I, Lord? I've been calling. Oh God, what are the lyrics to this? Here I am, Lord. I love when I type it at Here I am, Lord, the lyrics come up. I have heard my people cry. Wait a minute. Here I am, Lord. Is it I, Lord? I have heard you calling in the night. I will go, Lord, if you lead me. I will hold your people in my heart.
Oh my God.
The same people who knelt for Jesus when they could have been helping him.
Oh man.
I'm going to go home today and sing every church song I ever knew. And probably weep.
He raised you up. Oh, man.
I just can't get over the eagle. How's an eagle going to carry? I mean, I'm a larger gal. It'll be hard for him to carry. But how's he going to carry a typically sized human? Somebody that's maybe 150, 160. An eagle? They can barely carry the little muskrat they're eating.
And he will carry you.
And then they'll put you in. This, I would like to recommend that Tina, because Tina puts these podcasts up every week. I'd like to recommend that you hashtag Catholic Church, hashtag religion, hashtag liturgy, so that the religious people can come and listen to this and know, you're going to, you want to blame this or that on who and what, where? Were you there? Psst.
Just a quick question for you. Were you there?
And if not, quit throwing rocks at a glass home.
Quit throwing shade, because shade never made anybody less gay.
Okay, I heard that on a
It's Taylor
Swift song, and I stopped and said, she's not in the LGBTQ plus community. Why is she saying that? I found it offensive. Did I miss something?
I don't know. I've heard conflicting reports. But then it's like Ellen DeGeneres is in the video, and there's a lot of like LGBTQ people in the video, like Adam Rippon, amazing figure skater.
But
there's a lot of people.
She's identify as gay, though.
No, but she's just, it's about trolls, is what I gather, that whole song.
Oh, okay.
So it's all about people trolling, and the point is like shade never made anybody less gay. So all these people that are being homophobic online are throwing shade.
I get it.
And they're like, oh yeah, you're gay, and like posting transphobic, homophobic things online. So that's the way I interpret it as, is she's
Now
like,
that
oh
makes
cool,
sense.
like you're throwing shade at all these people, but doesn't make you, like.
I think now that you say that, it's like, oh. It's like when people fat shame fat people.
Yes.
It never makes anybody thin. It
Yes.
makes you're
That's
still going to be fat.
That's exactly what it is.
So no matter how much shame you throw at us, we're still going to be gay, queer.
Well, and I actually talked to a few of them because I was curious about the same thing. The first time I heard it, I was like, what?
I just heard it for the first time today, so it's very interesting that you said it.
Yeah. The first time I heard it, I was kind of like, what did she just say? Because I was like singing along once I figured it out. I like it. I love the song. But at first got a little weird about it. And then I really thought about it. I was like, all right, that song's all about trolls. Why would she say that? Then I watched the video and I'm like, oh, these are all LGBTQ plus whatever. These are all people in the LGBTQ community.
Right.
I just sounded like the woman on the news thing that was like, I
have a lot of
affirmation for Tina D-ball.
ABCD.
For tuna drywall. But I did feel a little weird about it. And then I listened to it again and I was like, oh, what? She's trolling trolls. That's all it is.
Well,
does that make more sense? And a few of my friends in the LGBTQ community were like, I don't give a shit. And I think if you're mad about that, fuck off. She's being an ally. Who gives a shit?
Well-
like, she's been, because I used to shit on Taylor Swift, and I used to be like, get the fuck out of here. What the fuck has she ever done for anybody? But she's stepped up in the last couple years, like endorsed candidates in Tennessee that, her home state where she votes. She endorsed Democrat candidates there. Like, that's pretty big.
I think my concern was when I heard it was like, what? Because I know that she's been caught a couple times appropriating other culture or stuff. So I thought, is this one of those? Like, is she you trying to use the gay community for personal gain? But I see that she's an ally, and she was not saying that. Now that I have it clear,
yeah, there's many conflicting reviews on Taylor Swift. A lot of people are like, fuck her, but I'm like, I don't know, dude. She makes a fuck ton of money. She's fucking rich, and she also has a lot of influence on young people.
right?
Young people. So, I mean, it is cool that, like, there's somebody like her that kids are probably like, oh my God, I love Taylor Swift. And she can open their eyes to things like this instead of just being like, and the player's gonna play, and the hater's gonna hate. You know, instead of that, now it's like, I don't know. We'll see.
And the eagle's gonna lift. Oh, we gotta stop.
Okay.
We've gone on too long.
Randy's it did take
working
us a
for
minute
free.
to really get going today because we were in a food coma. So we got it. That's a wrap, everybody. So just that's a wrap.
That's
Okay,
a wrap.
That's a wrap.
That's our. Before we end this, I'd like to take a moment to talk about our sponsor, Advil Liquid Gels,
Shut the
for when
fuck
you have a
up.
headache. Thanks, Randy.
Thanks, y'all.
Tina. I'm glad you're here.
For real. We've had a lot more people rate and review the podcast after my fucking pledge drive. So you want to shit? Yeah. You want to shit on my pledge drive?
No.
Better not. Because, I mean, we need it, guys. We need your love. We need your love like Jesus needed your love when he was standing on the cross.
He was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was actually standing on the cross. I thought he was.
You know what? I don't know the correct nomenclature.
Well,
That's the word of the day, everybody.
take yourself to the freaking library and get yourself a Bible.
Get my ass a Bible. I think I could read all of that online. But, guys, thanks for listening to Slop City Podcast.
Also, I want
What?
to say next episode, Tina's going to update us about the princess wedding because we didn't do it today.
No. And I'm just going to let you guys in on a quick little secret. Wasn't fucking nearly as cool as I thought it would be. I was expecting, whatever. We'll get into it next week because the people want to know.
They do.
And I'm going to give the people what they want.
Me too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Stupid
Yeah.
fucking moron.
You ugly looking bitch.
All right. Love you guys. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. Visit our sponsor site at advilliquidgels.com and enter your promo code 10% for 10% off your next Pusina purchase.
Please cue fart noise.
And cut. The fart. Holy shit.